Karina here. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. This one is a very special video and it marks my first video relating to my spirituality. Now, I have alluded to my spirituality for quite some time. However, I've never fully made videos on this topic or anything relating to it. And so, marking today's Samhain or Halloween or Day of the Dead, I want to bring back the topic of the Night Elves and the burning of Teldrassil. As you can tell by this title, I'm going to talk about the impact that the burning of Teldrassil had on me spiritually and what I learned in order to grow stronger and move away from vengeance and hatred. Usually my brain is scattered and I jump from one point to another, so I decided to write down my thoughts and feelings. And so because I really like the way that I worded things, I'm going to go ahead and just read it, just so that I don't deviate from the point of what I'm trying to say.
I started playing WoW in mid-Cataclysm, and the Night Elves almost immediately captured my interest. My first character was a Night Elf Druid. It would take many Night Elf alts and the repetition of their related quests to open my eyes to the messages I was receiving. To allude to my past, I have always felt a connection to the moon and nature. It wasn't until 2013 that I met someone who introduced me to Wicca. When I began learning about this spiritual path, it felt as if I was reading traits someone wrote about me. It took no time for me to begin practicing this faith. In Mabon 2014, I had initiated myself and recognized myself as a Wiccan. My path grew and extended to other horizons, but still my love for the moon and nature persisted. By this time, I was deeply engrossed in the Night Elven lore. It is a parallel to the real world. There are cultures and traditions that inspired their lore in game. Thus, to me, Night Elves are not fictitious. They are representations of the people of this world. The universe always gives us messages, and it is up to us to open our eyes and our minds to receive those messages, those blessings. Through the chaos I was experiencing internally in this period of time, WoW gave me much to look forward to. Playing this game was an escape from reality, and one that I embraced. My faith became stronger with the pass of time, and I began seeing divinity in the Night Elven image. It is reminiscent of a pop pantheon, which I intend to do a video on that topic in the future. But the images became sacred to me. I saw their story as part of the real world, a reflection of those who follow the same path, of pagans and those connected to the natural world. According to my Instagram post on November 4, 2017, the rumors that Teldrassil was being burned reached my ears. It was then when I came across the official post that this was happening. Teldrassil was my first zone in which my virtual feet set foot upon. I felt safe in the boughs of the tree, knowing that even though I was in a PvP realm, no one could come in and kill me unless they really wanted to. I had enjoyed my time with the many friends I had met during the years I have played. It was the first zone in which I experienced the kindness of strangers. I will never forget this one player who gave me gold to buy my first saber mount because I didn't have enough gold, even though I just asked for the location of the vendor. During this time, I had accomplished a few things that I was proud of, and I wanted to reward myself with a Night Elf crest tattoo, which I now have unfinished on my shoulder blade. Instead, I did the Night Elf tabard. However, I changed the tree model to be that of the White Tree of Gondor from Lord of the Rings. Atop of the tree is a heartstone, the symbol representing home.
Was burning, and Teldrassil was literally like my home, and I just treasured that place so much. And I literally cried over like it being burnt down. So I just decided to get this tattoo for the memory of Teldrassil, and then night elves are literally a huge part of my life. They're my favorite race. The War of the Ancients book is literally like my Bible. So
Some people might see the burning of a tree and nothing more. It is just a few people, but still, I want to invite them to look at it from a different lens. Teldrassil was not just a tree. It was the home of women, men, children, fauna, and flora. It was a place where new life was sprouting, a place where common folk lived their lives among their loved ones. Darnassus, the capital, held a sacred space for worship and peace, the Temple of the Moon. The attack on the tree, the physical act of burning down the tree, was nothing valiant or anything to be proud of. It was a selfish and immature act from a broken character. There was no conquering, only tyranny. That was not war. It was genocide. It was a defiance against life. Soldiers were not the only ones who died that day. Women, men, children, fauna, and flora died that day. But there was a birth of something else. Hope. The spiritual impact this had on me was tough for a long time. I felt lost and vengeful. When Tirana took on the Night Warrior aspect upon herself, I thought that closure was at hand. I too took the Night Warrior power within myself. I was ruthless, powerful, assertive, and unwavering. Through this event, I learned that stars shine in the darkness, and that darkness is a part of nature, and therefore a part of us. Darkness is not inherently evil. It is only when there is a lack of balance in one's life, a skewed upbringing, or a skewed view on life. I hated a lot during this time. I saw no retribution, no justice in sight. It took meditation and words from the collective assuring me that my temple is mine for the making, that although Blizzard has chosen this path for them, our experience was different here on Earth. And I heard them tell me that when a heart is full of rage, there's no room for hope. And I wanted to be hopeful. So I began healing. From this experience, I learned the importance of balancing oneself and how our darkness is equally important to our light. Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers helped me so much in this too, but that's a whole story for another time. So, going through all of this was a necessary evil in order to find balance within myself and detach my thought of the Night Elves as deeply intertwined with the fate that Blizzard chooses for them. They have made themselves known to me through this image. The Pleiadians, the angels, God, the universal energy that guides us, made itself known to me through this image. And it is not strictly based off of Blizzard's world. This is the underline of why I am a Kaldorei Otherkin. My guides made themselves manifest to me through them. And as I said before, the universe is always sending us messages, and it is up to us to open our eyes and our minds to receive those messages, those blessings in disguise. The universe does not have just one way of showing its presence to you. It will cater to that which you love and are passionate about. And thus, the things you love and the things that you are drawn to make sense to you because that is your spiritual truth in this world. And nobody can take that away from you. Our connection to deity is unique to every individual.